What we are seeing is that Russia, but also China, are trying to destabilize NATO nations through acts of sabotage.
With this rising conflict in Sudan and now in Syria, there is one country whose hand is in so much of it, and that is Russia.
What we are seeing is that Russia, but also China, are trying to destabilize NATO nations through acts of sabotage, cybercrime, and of course also trying to make energy, weaponize energy in the fight between of course our systems. And we have to discuss how we will defend ourselves. And that means that we will look at ways to have better intelligence sharing, but also making sure that we can protect our critical infrastructure. We condemn every interference in the free elections in NATO countries. We're also very worried, of course, of what happened in Moldova. We are very happy about the outcome, that still the election was taking place. Clearly there was interference, but at the same time the Moldovan authorities were able to conduct the elections in line with their democratic principles. On Georgia, of course, our worry, of course, is on what is happening in Georgia itself. We are really following the events. We very much encourage Georgia to come back and go back on its path of Euro-Atlantic integration with the European Union, with NATO. But we are really worried and following the events taking place in Georgia. And when it comes to election interference from anyone, that is unacceptable. We are really following the events in the Republic of Korea and South Korea step by step, and we are very much interested in how this will evolve further. I don't want to comment now because the Koreans are themselves at this moment trying to stabilize the situation. And if necessary, you will hear more from me, but you can be assured that for us that relationship with South Korea is key. Our relationship is ironclad, together with Japan, Australia and New Zealand. That will not change.
We're living in very dangerous times, and as we look across the world with war here on our continent in Europe, with the tremendous aggression that we're seeing across the Middle East, with the hand of Iran so present in the Middle East, and with this rising conflict in Sudan and now in Syria, there is one country whose hand is in so much of it, and that is Russia. And that is why, as we meet here discussing these important issues, it's hugely important that we step up defence spending across NATO allies particularly. In the United Kingdom, we are at 2.3%, heading to 2.5% as soon as we can get there. And we urge all allies across the NATO family to get serious about defence spending.
Of course, I'm not commenting exactly what happened yesterday in South Korea, but it was obvious that democracy worked very efficiently. So there was a voting in Parliament. Parliament took a control over the constitutional situation, though now it's a question what is going to follow.
Of course, I'm a little bit worried, and these scenes we are witnessing now in South Korea is not something anybody would have wanted to see. But we just hope that they will find a quick path to stability, but also based on the values that we share, so democracy, the rule of law, and of course the freedom of people.
From breaking news, detailed analysis, in-depth interviews and explainers, follow the Times of India. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like our videos and hit the bell icon to stay updated with the latest.